Hello.
Hi.
Clarice. Welcome back to another episode of Millennial Movie Club. There is a very serious vibe in the room right now.
A tone.
There's a tone, a darkness, a sense of evil perhaps.
Ooh.
Some foreboding vibes.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. I'm one of your hosts, Jaz App. And today I'm dressed like a sheep. Sorry, lamb. I'm trying to cute up this experience for myself so much because this was a first watch for me and it was harrowing, horrible. A fun fact about me is I do not enjoy scary movies at all. I don't enjoy it unless it's something kind of like stupidly scary funny. Like, we forgot to acknowledge on the pod, although we did online, a very happy belated birthday to my co-host Jackson McClaskers.
Oh, thank you.
Jackson McWhiskers. For his birthday, we went and saw, I almost said How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
The new one.
The new one. We saw it in theaters. And that was just dumb enough.
That was horrible.
It was really bad. I could close my eyes during like the really gruesome parts that I knew would upset me, but overall, it was okay. Movies that are like either some really deeply evil spirits or people who are deeply evil and twisted, it upsets me for days.
Days?
I guess because I'm an empath. No, I healed myself last night by watching a lot of Instagram reels of people cooking things. I love to watch recipes be made. But I
Do
cried.
you make the recipes?
No, but he does.
Oh.
Somebody off camera who knows who it is. Mystery. Human suffering makes me really uncomfortable. I guess I am just kind of weird and quirky like that. Anyway, who are you?
I'm Jackson McClaskey. A fun fact about me is I did not like scary movies growing up.
Oh, interesting. What lured you over to the other side?
I don't know. I think there's like a thrill to it, like when you go to a haunted house.
Yep.
Right? Or a roller coaster in the same way.
Mm-hmm. Two things I also don't do, so.
You don't do roller coasters?
No.
At all?
I don't like it.
But
I don't
you do
like
the Universal rides.
Yeah, I do rides, but I don't do like loop-de-doop-de coasters.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like the feeling of my stomach dropping. The closest thing I did was, you remember those like virtual reality roller coasters that used to be in malls?
Yeah.
That I would do.
Those were terrible.
I know. Like, I guess I can go upside down, but I don't like a drop.
Okay. Do you remember the ride at the fair that would take you up really slowly and then just let you free fall?
Yeah.
That I don't like.
Right. Like, I've never done Tower of Terror.
Oh.
Anything that's just a straight drop, I'm not a fan.
When the drop, though, is incorporated into other things, I don't mind it. But when the ride is just
There's a rich
drop,
backstory behind the drop and historical context, we'll do the drop.
The drop? No.
No.
No. But yeah, I think scary movies, like, there's a thrill there, you know?
There's definitely a thrill. It makes you feel alive.
It does. It reminds you you're still here.
Reminds you of your humanity and that life is short and gruesome.
Yeah, and someone's coming to kill you. Do you consider this a scary movie?
I consider this horror. And I think horror and like just a scary, like there are scary movies and I think there are categories. There's like thriller, slasher, like what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a psychological kind of thing. And so this is psychological horror, I would say, because to me, while it's not a slasher, while there is like gore in this movie, you're not actually watching the gore happen. You're seeing the aftermath, but you are horrified by what you're seeing.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, I would never consider this like when people think of like a scary movie,
right?
Like you think of like jump scares or there's nothing like that.
It's not that.
It is foreboding and there's an aura about it that is evil.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's more than an aura. That shit is
just a little sprinkle of evil.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, look, in Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, they wear each other's faces and no one called that a scary movie. But we're not real film critics, so it doesn't matter what we say. We haven't actually said the title of this film yet.
Oh.
But we are discussing today Silence of the Lambs.
Which I've seen this probably 45 times. I just discovered yesterday that it's The Silence of the Lambs.
As we were about to say that,
Literally,
I was wondering to myself, is there a the?
I was like, shit, am I going to say the? Because I didn't know.
The Silence of the Lambs.
The one and only.
I'm dressed as the lamb. Jackson's dressed
I'm
as
the silence.
the blood. Yeah. Oh, but your hat says death on it, so.
Well, yeah, that's the
Liquid death.
You've had that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so good.
So good. And it looks like you're drinking.
I was definitely one of those people that was like, why am I going to spend more money on this canned water?
Yeah.
Especially because like box water brands, I'm like, this tastes disgusting. Then I was at a music festival and somebody handed me a Liquid Death and I was like,
It's so good.
my soul, I've been revitalized. Let's set the scene.
Said it.
Jodie Foster stars as Clarice Starling, a top student at the FBI's training academy. Jack Crawford wants Clarice to interview Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a brilliant psychiatrist who is also a violent psychopath, serving life behind bars for various acts of murder and cannibalism. Crawford believes that Lecter may have insight into a case that Starling, as an attractive young woman, might be just the bait to draw him out.
An attractive young woman.
But I mean, that's a huge part of this movie. There's like so much what it is to do that job as a woman.
Yeah. And something that's so well done by Jonathan Demme, the director, is when there's so many sequences when men are speaking to Clarice that they're talking directly
to the
camera.
camera.
Yeah.
Yes, he wanted it to be like her perspective.
We as the audience are like, I'm Jodie Foster.
I'm Clarice.
I'm Clarice.
Speaking of Clarice, cast and crew, please. Jodie Foster, who is a recent graduate of our podcast. We just spoke of her recently in Panic Room. She also, I didn't know this, I didn't see this last time. She co-starred in the original Freaky Friday in 1976. I didn't know that. She was also a child star in Bugsy Malone. I did the musical in middle school.
So did I.
And there's a movie. And she
Okay.
plays Tallulah.
Okay.
My name is Tallulah. If you know, you know. Bugsy Malone is some deep, deep lore. Her real name is Alicia.
Whose?
Jodie Foster's real name is Alicia.
And her last name is Keys.
They are the same person.
Because Alicia Keys, her actual name is Alicia Cooks. I swear to God.
That's crazy. Alicia Cooks Keys Foster. Bananas Foster. Also, she's a Scorpio, like me. Jodie Foster spent a great deal of time with FBI agent Marianne Krause prior to filming. And Krause gave Foster the idea of Clarice Starling standing by her car crying because she said, sometimes you just have to do that.
She's like, sometimes I do that.
Yeah, she said the job is so overwhelming. You have to have a good emotional release.
Wow.
You gotta cry. This whole movie really made me think of like how many horrendous and horrific things police and FBI witness just as part of their everyday job.
Well, no one's forcing them to do it.
You're absolutely right.
Sorry.
That brings up a whole nother layer of some fucked psychological stuff. Speaking of fucked psychology, Buffalo Bill, played by Ted Levine. We also know him from Wild Wild West with...
Mm-hmm. It's so crazy to see him in other movies. He's
Yes.
still acting.
Yeah. He was like he's been a prolific theater actor, like in Chicago. He was at the Steppenwolf and all of this. He was also in Flubber.
Hell yeah.
Which we have to do on the spot.
I love Flubber.
We need to do Flubber soon. But after he played this role, it was hard for him to get roles other than like psychotic villains.
Sure.
Because
he's so...
the man sold it so hard.
Uh-huh.
Woof. Another one of our favorite psychopaths in this movie, Dr. Hannibal Lecter, played by Anthony Hopkins. What's funny is he was like about to give up on trying to like make it in Hollywood when he got cast in this film, which is crazy to think about because I just feel like he's been roaming the earth since the dinosaurs, acting and being famous.
Probably because he kind of rose to fame at the age that he did. He has been the same age in all of our minds for the past 40 years.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
He's always been an old,
person.
good actor.
And it's crazy because you sent me a video this morning on Instagram of him. His actual personality is so just kind of like sweet and little funny and charming. So to see him be so like unnerving in this,
yes,
He's acting.
Oh, he's a brilliant actor. And what's a little bit sad, fun fact, is when he was making this movie, he was in a relationship with Martha Stewart.
Really?
Yes. And when after the movie came out, she broke up with him because she could not look at him the same.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, he freaked her out so much. She was like, I can't sleep next to you at night.
I can't sleep on the sheets that I sell at Kmart next to you at night.
I don't want to come up with my own recipe for fava beans.
And a nice Chianti. She's like, my favorite Chianti is far away from you. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
And what does she say? It's a good thing. That took me a fucking second.
Anthony Hopkins like, I don't understand. I don't want to break up, Martha. She's like, don't worry. It's a good thing. We know him also from Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Father.
Oh, did you see that?
Destroyed me.
Yes, I was in the theater sobbing.
Me. Also Westworld. The director originally went to Sean Connery before Anthony Hopkins to play this role, and
oh my god, for a second I thought you meant Sean Connery was originally supposed to direct this. I was like, wow.
Oh no.
Wow. No. He's like, I'm going to direct The Silence of the Lambs.
Let's get everybody's mother in here. But he turned it down because he found the piece revolting, which it is.
And Anthony Hopkins like, I'm a freak.
Anthony Hopkins said, this is my last ditch effort to break out in Hollywood. I'll do anything.
See, that's a lesson. Next time you come across some sort of role that you're like, I don't know if I can do this. It could skyrocket you to being an old person for the rest of your life.
Me right now being cast in one of the most offensive plays
in
a while. We'll see. But yeah, he also earned his first Academy Award for this role for Best Actor. And he comes second in somebody getting an award for this Academy Award. I don't know how to phrase
this.
For the shortest amount of time
on screen. Who's number one?
I don't remember.
Period.
Speaking of no screen time, but a shit ton to say, should we get into these reviews?
That was good.
Thank you.
That was a good transition.
Thank you.
I did not know where you were going.
You didn't? Anytime I go speaking of and then say something stupid, it's usually my segue. Harper Barnes of the St. Louis Post writes, The Silence of the Lambs is the stuff that nightmares are made of. It is, in a sense, a horror movie, but one that deserves comparison with such great works of psychological terror as The Shining, Psycho, and Rosemary's Baby. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Psychological horror.
You're right. Well,
I guess I could be a movie critic.
You should be.
Let's do it. Let's just be like those two Muppets that like...
The old ones.
Yeah. This movie sucks. Oh!
Speaking of sucks, your mom's here. This is a children's movie.
Silence of the Lambs. I wish they were all silent. Oh! Stop.
Speaking of silence.
Silence that dog. Speaking of old men sitting in the balcony, Roger Ebert writes, Roger Ebert gave it 3.5 out of 4 stars. He loved it.
I bet he did. He's a freak.
He is a little freak.
He was like, I see myself on screen.
He said, I would fuck you.
I would eat your fucking fava beans.
I eat this movie up like fava beans. He writes, it has been a good long while since I have felt the presence of evil so manifestly demonstrated as in the first appearance of Anthony Hopkins in The Silence of the Lambs. The movie has an undercurrent of unwelcome male attention toward Jodie Foster. Rarely in a movie have I been made more aware of the subtle sexual pressures men put upon women with their eyes. True suspense, unblinking horror, and an Anthony Hopkins performance that is likely to be referred to for many years when horror movies are discussed.
Yeah.
He called that one.
Yeah. When we also talk about horror movies, what the fuck is in my throat?
I'm the same. I feel like all morning I've been hacking up I don't know. Maybe it's a wildfire.
Maybe it's a weather change.
We are getting Canadian wildfire smoke.
Are we really?
That? Yeah.
Didn't we do that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
We did that 2 years ago.
Fires happen more than once.
Not in my world. I have an extinguisher.
A distinguisher?
An extinguisher.
A fire distinguisher.
A fire distinguisher.
It distinguishes between
last time
fire.
we had that, though, I went to the AMC right here, and I spent all day in the movies.
That was actually a great thing to do.
I saw the live-action Little Mermaid, and there was a big white stain on the seat I sat in.
Why did you continue to sit there? Because it was reserved seats.
I don't know.
Because you said...
I was like, someone in this seat had a good time. I'm hoping I'm next.
You're like, whoa, live action Little Mermaid.
Whoa.
More than I bargained for. Giddy up, let's go.
What a ride.
Speaking of stains, I don't know.
Speaking of stains on public, what did the
public.
letterbox people say?
Exactly. Eric writes, in my professional film critic opinion, every close-up in this makes me shit myself. And honestly, that's true.
Yeah.
There are some really disturbing close-ups, even of like things that aren't
scary.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That moment when she first walks into the insane asylum, right,
Yeah.
where he's being kept, and that guy who runs the place is like close up
Yes.
directly at her, and he's like, "This can be a very fun town, whatever." That's scary.
Yes. When he's twiddling his nipple ring, I screamed.
Love a good nipple ring.
Oof. PD187 writes,
P who?
P
Diddy?
D. Oh no.
no.
We did not mean to quote.
Sorry, we do have to apologize.
We're really sorry. We did not know how P Diddy snuck his way onto the pod, but PD187 writes, wow, Hannibal Lecter really gets inside people's heads asking about their pee-pees and hoo-haws. What a diabolical genius.
It is. Every time that he's like, Clarice, tell me about yourself. Did your uncle touch you? It's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Did he force fellatio?
Yeah. She's like, well, I'm a
No,
Sagittarius,
he was
right?
like really nice.
Tell me about yourself. And she's like, I
Well-
like making homemade pasta. He's like, have you ever had to eat your aunt's vagina? She's like,
no.
let's stay on track.
They were actually
here.
really...
Dr. Lecter, let's stay on
That's a
track.
really good impression of her in this movie. Dr. Lecter.
Dr. Lecter, I don't want to talk about that.
Does your boss want to caress your bosom?
Well, I don't know, but
I'm actually not sure.
I'm really enjoying the National Geographic Channel right now. Quid pro quo, Dr. Lecter.
My favorite color's purple. Quid pro quo.
Can we stop talking about my underpanties?
Alyssa writes, if I was Clarice in this movie would have been over in about 20 minutes because as soon as that guy threw his comment on my face, I would have killed myself. And I said, that is 100% correct.
I have seen this movie before. Only recently have I like realized what that is. Do you know what I mean?
What did you think it was?
Well, I was like a kid, you know, and you'd like see these
Oh.
scenes and you're like, oh, she's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this
you don't
doesn't
really
register.
know.
And then I'm like, oh my God, that is
That man came in his hand and threw it right into her eye.
and her hair.
In her hair.
Yeah.
I would have quit the FBI that day. Literally. I would have been like, you are not paying me enough to get some psycho's semen in my eyeball.
You think they're paying her?
That's right. She's
a
still a
student.
trainee.
She's a student.
Yikes. Oof.
She's like, got to be glued. My hair has got to be glued.
Got to be. Now, why can't I do her voice?
You're making it British.
Got to be. It is British. Do it.
No, it's not British. It's
Southern.
It's slightly southern and it's all in the front of your mouth.
Trying to hide her
Dr. Lecter.
Virginia.
She chews all the consonants.
Dr. Lecter. Got to be baby gravy in my hair.
There we go. There we go.
We got there. My mom got mad. She sent me a text. She was like, thanks a lot, Jacqueline. Now I can't stop thinking about baby gravy. I was like,
Mom, that's not my fault.
I said, blame Jackson. He started it. She
I
said,
didn't start
I
baby
will.
gravy. I think Adam did that when he touched Eve.
She came out of a rib or some shit.
Ribs. Chilies.
Baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce. Original sin.
Oh, God. Let's get into the plot, shall we?
Let's plot it.
Let's get plotty.
Speaking of plotting,
Me.
there's a serial killer plotting. The Silence of the Lambs. Ooh.
Yikes.
Someone just crashed their car listening to this. We open in the woods near Quantico.
Mm-hmm.
That show that had Priyanka Chopra on it,
That's right.
right?
I don't know. I didn't watch it, but
Me neither.
And it was a show. I remember.
Yeah. But we're introduced to Clarice, who is busting her ass on the sleepaway camp obstacle course.
Nobody's even watching her. I'm
Who are you doing this for?
Yeah.
And she's like, she's sweating. What I do like about this is, as opposed to last week's Baby Geniuses, where they have a computer tell us all the exposition, it doesn't really tell us that she's in the FBI training, right? We can assume because the little thing that says Quantico.
Well, also because the guy that goes,
Yeah.
somebody wants to talk to you, he turns around for so long, he's staring, and his hat says FBI.
But you know what? I'll take that over them being like,
By the
Clarice,
way-
this agent who is in training right now at Quantico for FBI. They need to see you inside. Like,
Right.
I'm like,
I don't need you to bash me over the head with the
No.
exposition. Thank
but
you.
I do like that.
Yeah.
It's just like,
FBI.
you're like, oh my God,
He's
I wonder.
just staring off into the distance. I'm like, we
I
get
wonder
it.
what that means. What are the T-shirts that you'd buy at Myrtle Beach used to say? Female body inspector. FBI. It's like
FBI. That's what
you can barely run
That's
around
what
the
it
corner.
stands for every other man at that academy. That's what it
Uh-huh.
seems like. Like they never seen a lady before.
When she gets on the elevator and it's just all men. Again,
This whole movie, these men act like they've never seen women before. She's like, just get out of my way, please.
she's like, I'm really just here to focus on being the FBI. And they're like, I'm sorry, your
Boobies.
boobs said what?
Like, you need to be careful. You're a liability. You're distracting the other agents.
And mind you, she's Jodie Foster. It's not like she's Elle Woods walking around there. She's not like, I'm here to be in the FBI. Like,
what? Like it's hard?
like it's hard. No, she's very serious. And she's like, I'm all business, okay? I'm wearing a T-shirt that you can't see anything, no curvature.
Heavy coat.
And they're like, we know what's under there. Men are disgusting.
Men are disgusting.
But she is called into the office of Chief Behavioral Science Jack Crawford.
Yes.
And we come to discover that he was a teacher of hers
Yes.
and gave her an A-, because he's like, I gave you an A. And she's like, A-, sir.
He is like what she wants to do.
Yeah. And he's like, and it says here that you want to work in the...
Under me.
This is kind of the only...
There's some weird tension between them this whole time.
There is, and then when Lecter comments on it, this is the only one where we don't get like, he's not kind of looking her up and down. Do you know what I mean? Like there is weird tension,
no.
but there's never a close-up where he's like,
No.
I have a job for you.
No. But it was almost like the undertones, even though he wasn't really doing anything. I don't know if it was just the intense eye contact, but I kept waiting for him to cross the line.
Yeah, well, of course.
It almost
He's a
seems like
male.
at the end, it's like he almost does, but he like stops himself.
Well, at the end, there's that moment where they shake hands, and it's like they're equals, and then he says, your dad would have been really proud of you today. And you
Yeah.
kind of realize, like, she sees him more of like a dad.
Oh, sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I got that on this watch.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we're not attracted to it.
What?
Look, there's a lot of psychology around like when especially if you have drama with your dad in the past, you look for a man with not somebody who's like your dad, but somebody who has like caretaker fatherly kind of energy. And you're not like, you're my dad, but you are like, you're my daddy, because I want a strong male presence to take care of me.
So like daddy issues.
Yes.
Okay.
The name of my autobiography. Just kidding.
I did see a tweet the other day where a woman was like,
I'm
I
healed.
met my boyfriend's mom and we're just alike. We're like twins. And then she retweeted herself and goes, oh, wait.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Actually, I thought about this further.
I'm scared. Jodie Foster, Clarice Starling, is being called in because he needs her help. They're doing a program where they interview not former, actual serial killers
Yeah.
to help better understand.
I'm reformed.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're currently locked up, but to better understand other serial killers. But they're having trouble with one person in particular, Hannibal Lecter, Hannibal the Cannibal.
Hannibal the Cannibal, Doctor Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal the Cannibal, who was also a therapist himself. Is that
Yeah,
right?
psychiatrist.
Yes. Psychiatrist.
Yes, that's why he's Dr. Lecter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, this was a novel
Mm-hmm.
by Thomas Harris. And as soon as Jodie Foster first read the novel, she tried to buy the rights to it. However, Gene Hackman had already bought the rights to it. Gene Hackman bought the rights, planning to direct the movie and maybe play Dr. Hannibal or Jack Crawford. And then he watched a clip of himself in a movie called Mississippi Burning and pulled out because he was like, he didn't want to take any more super violent roles.
Okay.
So Jodie Foster was so into this from the jump, but then the director wasn't initially sold on casting her.
Really?
His first choice was Grease 2.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh.
And she said no.
I could see Michelle Pfeiffer.
I could too. But then he said, like, as soon as he had his first meeting with Jodie Foster, just seeing the way she walked down the hallway with, like, her grounded, her, like, grit.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, no brainer.
We talked about this with Panic Room, too. There's a severity to Jodie Foster that, again, I don't think would work in while you were sleeping, you know? She's not going to be in a rom-com.
Wake up.
Get up. You fell on the subway tracks and your brother is now in love with me too. I'm in over my head. No, but like it works in shit like this.
Yes, it really does.
And it works so well.
She's got to be exhausted.
In a way that like
are so intense.
There's moments in this too where she, as a woman in the field dominated by men, kind of like has like a little smile about her, right? Yeah. She passes one of the guards on her way to talk to Lecter, and she like there's a brief smile, and then it goes away in a second.
Yeah.
And it makes it all that more rewarding at the very end when she actually does smile for a brief second.
Yes.
But I don't want to see Jodie Foster smiling. What's she got to be happy
Period. That's it.
And that's a threat.
Yeah, actually, the FBI's Behavioral Science Unit, the real one, assisted in the making of this movie, and they cooperated fully because they saw this as a potential recruiting tool to hire more female agents.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I watched this and I'm like, I should have been in the FBI.
Yeah, maybe.
I would have been stuck at a desk.
You probably. Do you think you could handle like stumbling upon the stuff that she stumbles upon in this movie?
Yeah, I picked up a dead mouse off my kitchen floor like yesterday.
Same thing. Then
Same
you skinned
thing.
it.
And it was like laying
used
there.
it as a wig. That's really fucked up.
And I just like grabbed it with a piece of paper towel. I put a glove on.
You just desensitize yourself. Like it's just you expose yourself to it,
and I'm sure in the FBI they would have desensitized me to everything. They'd be like,
"Oh, more guts."
They would take us to the bodies exhibit that used to tour. Do you remember that?
Yes,
that was horrifying.
That was insane.
Also, those were like prisoners. Yeah, because one lady, her son went missing, and then she recognized her son's body when she went and saw the exhibit. Crazy. Look it up. Fun fact.
Thank you for your sacrifice and your donation to science.
And that exhibit smelled weird.
Your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Okay.
That is foul. Anyway, moving on with the plot.
Clarice asks on her way out of Crawford's office, though. She goes, does my interviewing him have anything to do with Buffalo Bill? Behind Crawford is this whole red string
Buffalo
theory.
Bill skins fifth.
And he's like, oh.
That guy?
I wasn't thinking about that. Maybe. I don't know.
Guess we'll find out.
So, after being debriefed of the do's and don'ts of visiting a psychopath in prison, she comes face to face with Dr. Lecter. And everyone else that she passes in, like, you know, they're behind bars like it's some 1880s Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Right.
This man is behind thick plexiglass, right? Like, there's no chance he's getting out of here.
No.
Or is there? But after some light mind games, right?
Right.
One of my favorite lines is this is when he's like, what does he say? I wrote it down. You know what you look like to me with your good bag and your cheap shoes.
Honestly, it's giving
He's so
Hell's Kitchen gay.
He's so sassy.
He's so sassy. He's always commenting on women's clothing.
The senator, when he's like, love your suit.
Love your suit.
I serve men like that in Chelsea all the time.
Yes, exactly. This
like,
is what I'm saying.
Love your shorts.
These are West Side gays. The same amount of evil.
Dr. Lecter.
Your cheap shoes.
Lecter?
You're one, what does he say? You're one step away from white trash.
White trash, yeah. Read her down.
That was, so him mocking her accent was improvised. And it fully, in the moment, like she ended up thanking him because it actually kind of like hurt her in the moment.
She was like, Anthony, that wasn't very nice.
Is that what I sound like?
Anthony Hopkins, I don't know you that well, and that was pretty rude.
But, thank you anyway.
He's like, I saw you in Taxi Driver. You're a bad actress.
She's like, oh, okay.
Like, okay.
I don't need that kind of help.
Cut. Hannibal kind of gives her nothing, and she walks away, and then she gets baby gravy in her hair. And that is what makes Hannibal call her back over.
Clarice!
He's like, Clarice! Everyone's shouting like they're at the zoo. And he's like, I would never have done that to you, right? Like,
yeah.
And so it's almost like he takes pity on her.
He's like, you can trust me.
He's like, I'm here to help you out. He's like, go visit a former patient of mine. And she's like, oh, okay. there's jizz on your face and your hair. I'm not retaining any of this info. I'd be like, can you say
Everyone's
that
screaming.
one more time?
1,000 grown men are screaming. You have jizz on your face, and he's like, "Go visit little Miss Muffet." I'm like, what?
What? Like, I can't think. So, this is where we get our first glimpse too of, in a flashback, Clarice as a young person,
yes, having
her dad show up, and her dad is some sort of sheriff or deputy, and he's like, Clarice, she's like, did you get any bad guys? Like, okay, those are people too. She's like, did you shoot anybody?
Bad people.
Sorry, yeah. Women can do anything.
That's right.
Including rob a bank. So, Starling deciphers, basically, and what I like about this movie, what I forgot, is that Hannibal is like speaking to Clarice in these like puzzles,
anagrams.
Yeah.
He's
like, look inside yourself, and she finds a yourself storage facility.
Yes, he gets off on this game but he also respects her in a way because she's smart.
Yeah,
he also hates all of the other doctors and people trying to get information out of him. So he's like, I'm not going to tell you outright or give anybody else this information, and if you're smart enough to figure it out, then you can have it.
Yeah.
She goes to the storage unit.
Goes to the storage facility. The door won't open, and she pulls out that car jack, and she's like...
There's two grown men with her that are like, oh.
Well, the one guy's 900 years old, and the other guy is...
doesn't like manual labor.
He's like a mute Russian. He's like just in the car like...
She's like, all right, I'll get it.
I got it. Also, if something bad happens to me in here, this is the number to our field office.
This whole movie, I was like, how do you do this without cell phones? And how do you do this with no backup whatsoever?
Nothing. She's bad as hell because she literally army crawls under this 3-inch gap, and she's
into a storage unit that hasn't been opened for like
30 years.
30 years,
so
something
long.
crazy.
Yeah. And there's that moment too where like you hear the door, you hear something happen. She doesn't even bat an eye. She can just look around.
To me,
the storage
I assume the storage door closed. Yeah.
But she didn't care. She goes, there's all sorts of treasures in here.
We still don't know how she got out of there.
What is that show called?
Stuck.
Storage Wars.
Storage Wars.
Just like, I'm bidding on that head. Because inside of the unit there is
a car.
Inside the car there is a mannequin.
A mannequin.
With no head. And then underneath the little shawl is what? A
human head in a jar. But it is a man's head with makeup on it and like fake lashes.
She looked beautiful.
Isn't
she lovely? This severed pickled head. It's like in a big pickle jar too.
It is. Yummy.
A little dill. Lecter asks Clarice, because she goes back now, and she's like, I deciphered your thing. Miss Moffat was an anagram. And Lecter's like, why haven't you asked me about Buffalo Bill? And he's like, I could help you out with that.
If you give me the case file.
And also, if I help you out, you help me out. He's like, I have not seen the sun. Look at my skin.
Truly.
I want to see maybe water or a tree. He's got very basic needs.
Yeah.
I mean, he
just
wants
needs inspiration for his art.
Okay.
Because he's drawing beautiful drawings.
Yeah, they're beautiful. That line when she goes, you did all this from memory? And he's like, memory is the only thing I have.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's deep. He remembers eating people's faces. Hannibal reveals to her that the severed head is a former patient of his, and he didn't kill this person. He just found the person like that.
Yes.
And she's like, I don't understand. Why was this person wearing women's clothes? And why was, And he says, well, maybe this was the first kind of explorative kill of somebody.
Yeah.
Making the connection that maybe it's Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Wild Wings Bill. $6.99, 12 wings.
Extra spicy cider ranch Bill.
Have you ever been to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Of course.
Okay. I like that place. It's kind of trashy, but I like it.
Hey.
And there's not all the sexual pressure of Hooters. You don't
have to decide where to look.
No, I'm like, ma'am, please, I'm just trying to eat wings. Put your double D's away. Speaking of daddy issues.
I just want double D's wings, please.
I want double sides of ranch. Please don't charge me 50 cents extra. After revealing this information to her, he says, well, we better figure this out because we never know that Buffalo Bill might be on his way to the next victim. Smash cut. to Tom Petty's American Girl.
Spoiler alert.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
She was an American girl.
I literally was watching that being like, not that that would be me. Like, I would never go help a random dude load shit. But, like, just me, like, in my car, like, singing along, like, dee-dee-dee, life is so good. I'm young and free and nothing can hurt me. And then
she is kidnapped by someone who, you know what that's based on, right? Mm-hmm. Ted Bundy used to get girls by pretending that his arm was hurt. Yeah.
Yes.
So in that same way, this man is injured and he's trying to move the big fucking ugly chair into the back of the van.
But did he kidnap her, or did she willingly climb into the trunk of a van? That was dumb.
That was dumb. And we, not to victim blame or shame to this fictional character, but yeah, when he was like, then you get in the back, I'd be like, no, motherfucker, you get in the back.
Get in the
Your
back.
legs work.
Never in a million. There's no way every cell in my body wouldn't be screaming at me in that moment.
I'd be like, why don't we call the super of my building to come help? He helps me all the time.
I just would never ask any man if he needed help. Okay?
Period.
I've been helping y'all long enough.
You'd be a wonderful therapist. I've just been really thinking about, I'm sorry, you're a man. I can't help you.
I can no longer help you.
I can't listen to this.
Sorry.
Close the Zoom screen.
Sorry.
So sorry. So we get this woman is kidnapped. Mm-hmm. And really
he
the
checks
reason
the tag
that
on
she's
her clothes
kidnapped is he goes, you a size 14? She's like, what?
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Also love the actress that this portrayal is so wonderful.
It's so good. Did you ever watch Grey's Anatomy?
No.
Okay, she was like, for a while, she was like a regular.
Awesome.
On Grey's Anatomy, and she was great.
Yeah, when she's like in the well.
Oh my God.
And at the end, and she's like, don't leave me here, you bitch. Like,
oh my God.
Every line is like,
so good.
down here, you
She's
shit
great.
bag. I'm like, so good. So Clarice and Crawford now travel to West Virginia because they have found another potential victim of Buffalo Bill.
Because this girl happens to be the daughter of a congresswoman?
A senator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the person that's washed up on shore, though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
No.
We don't know that she's
We
been
don't know that
kidnapped
yet. But yes, they found a body.
Right. Crawford's like, Clarice, I need you to come with me. She's pulled out of her training. The entire movie, we get these like just moments where they're not forgetting she's just in the academy, right?
Truly.
So she's like holding like a big bag and getting punched by a bunch of men. And they're like, Starling. She's like, yeah.
We've got something relating to a vagina over here. We're going to need your help.
Okay, 1 second. And they're like, yeah, put your tampons away and get over here. She's getting the shit beat out of her. She's like, oh, all right. Oh, okay. And she got to do it, what, 100 times better than every man?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Speak on it. Now, when they go to West Virginia.
This funeral parlor,
right. We get another glimpse of Clarice in the past going to her dad's funeral, right? And so as Hannibal Lecter, the entire movie, is trying to mine into Clarice's mind, we as the audience also get these flashbacks that this line of work for her is very...
It's personal.
It's personal, okay? She's Kira Sedgwick, the closer. It's personal. Now, this scene is gross.
This scene was hard to watch, yeah.
And also, like, made me obsessed with the idea of putting Vapor Rub under your nose.
I had never seen that. The only thing I've heard of is when actors put Tiger Balm under their eyes to make themselves cry, but to put something under your nose so you don't smell something bad is kind of genius.
Yeah. This was a top 5 movie for my stepdad. Loved this movie, like, truly. And I remember watching the scene with him, and he had sat in on a few different autopsies. And he talked about that like the smell, you would...
What did he do again?
A bunch of everything before he worked in concrete, but he was
a
prison guard and he helped out with some other things. But yeah,
I was like, why was he at an autopsy?
He told me about maybe TMI, but they like will cut the back of your, and then they remove the skin to get to like the skull and everything. So they like, pull your face off.
So they can like inspect what happened to your body. That's very on brand for this movie.
Yeah. And while like they notice that on this woman's back, there's like portions of the skin missing. Like, this is weird. Inside this woman's throat is a cocoon, a little bug larva looking like a little, I'm going to say it, cat turd, your favorite. And she's like, what is that?
She looks at her, well, they go to take a picture of her teeth and she sees like her tongue is like dark black, or something. She's like, there's something in her throat. Fun fact, the moth cocoon that is found in her throat was made from a combination of Tootsie Rolls and gummy bears.
Yeah.
So it would be edible if swallowed.
Is that a real person laying there?
I think it was.
And not like, oh, man.
That's the only reason why I would think it was because...
There's like an actual woman playing the dead lady.
Yeah.
Good for her. Her agent was like, you need to take this. You have to be butt naked and have flesh from your back removed. She's like, I got it.
I got this.
I'm in there.
Let
like
me just drop down. Drop in.
She's in the back like...
Tootsie Rolls.
like doing the jaw thing. She's like... okay, flops down butt naked on the thing. Clarice takes this bug cocoon to 2 sex-starved dorks.
Truly.
Who are using bugs to play chess.
Really bizarre.
Honestly, I could change them. I'd be like,
even the cross-eyed one.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, look over here. But the bugs, I'd be like, so which one is the pawn and the joker, right?
The Joker.
I don't know chess.
That's not in chess.
I'm not the old people that sit and play chess in the park. But the dorks are like, this is a moth, and it's not a native species. So someone had to have brought this in.
The death moth.
And someone cared for it. Mm-hmm. They fed it nightshade and all this. And I was like,
aww.
These people are losers.
Yeah.
Smash cut then to a bunch of moths flying around.
Smash cut.
Smash cut. Smash it. To a bunch of moths flying around inside. And we're like, oh, we're making the connections. Right? Moths flying around, and there's a little dog, a little nasty with the eye boogers dog. You know the type.
Little white, crusty, curly dogs.
Bichon frisé. Not looking so
I'm sorry,
frisé.
no offense to our listeners, but
if you have one of those, your dog sucks. Camera pans down, and there is a mound of rocks, and inside that is a well. And guess who's in that well?
Baby Jessica. No,
Baby
sorry.
Jessica, no. She was rescued. This girl doesn't appear to be.
But this was in the early 90s. She might have still been in the well.
Baby Jessica.
No, it's the senator's daughter.
It's Tom Petty.
My date with the senator's daughter in my well. I'm just going to run away with this.
We come to discover that woman in the well, Tom Petty's American Girl, is the daughter of Tennessee Senator Ruth Martin, because the daughter's Catherine.
Yeah,
Catherine
Martin.
And what's kind of genius is Ruth, when she's pleading with the kidnapper, she keeps saying her name. She's like, Catherine, my daughter,
Catherine.
My daughter is a person, Catherine. Yes. And the guy's like, oh my God, I'm going to kill her just because this woman's so annoying.
But they're like, this is a good tactic. She wants him to remember that she's a person and not a thing.
I'm like, he's not watching TV.
The man's busy on his sewing machine.
Okay.
making a purse.
Making a nightshade.
Making some fanny packs out of fannies' backs.
Clarice tells Lecter that he should help them find Buffalo Bill, and it would behoove him because she informs him that the senator is willing, if he helps, to transfer him to this fucking amazing prisoner place.
Yeah, it's like on an island he'd be like, you get to stroll on the beach.
She's like, and once a year you get to swim for an hour with a SWAT helicopter over you and a pool of sharks at your feet nibbling at your ankles. But you'd get to be in the ocean. He's like,
we'll give you some strawberry daiquiris, virgin.
Virgin. And a pair of sunglasses with the sunglass part knocked out so we can see your eyes.
With no lenses.
No lenses.
SPF 15.
15, so you burn a bit because we're not trying to keep paying for you to be alive.
It's not a vacation.
We want you to remember it's not a vacation. We'll give you a hat that's just a visor. So the back of your head's sunburned.
We'll give you a bucket hat with the middle part cut out.
Okay, and one of those Donald Trump hair pieces in the top so you look ridiculous. But it would be a vacation. And he's like, are you lying to me, Clarice? That sounds like
too
heaven.
good to be true.
I'm game. So, Lecter questions Clarice on herself at this moment, and she reveals that her father was killed by 2 robbers, and they start this little game of quid pro quo, right? Where he gives her a little bit, she gives him a little bit. And what he wants to know is about her because he finds her fascinating.
Yeah.
Right?
It's what a psychiatrist does.
Yeah. And it's like in this way that, yes, he's terrifying and he's so scary, right? And we haven't gotten to a moment where he's been violent, right? But you kind of grow to like him.
Because he is charming.
Yeah, he's
He's
charismatic.
very polite.
Mm-hmm.
His posture is impeccable.
Mm-hmm. He's well spoken.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what perfume you're wearing.
He's very smart. That was weird.
Mm.
He sniffs the air and it's like, you're wearing this, and sometimes you wear this, but not today.
But not today. He's like, you went to Macy's. She's like, no, I've never been there. Where I'm from, we don't have a Macy's. Where I'm from, there's just a woman that sells perfumes out of the back of her trailer.
But don't get in the back if she asks you to help her move her heavy perfumes.
Get in there. That would be dumb of me. So she reveals that after her father died, she went to go live with her aunt and uncle on a farm that raised sheep and horses. And he's like, wonderful. I'm getting to paint the picture of you. He reveals to her that Buffalo Bill probably believes himself to be transgendered, right? And he says, but he's actually not. He actually just doesn't like himself from years of like being abused as a kid. He goes, but I wouldn't be surprised if this person is near one of the main hospitals that does sex reassignment surgery or has applied to those hospitals and been denied.
Right.
So she's like, okay, she's piecing the stuff together. They're going back. They're becoming a team.
Yeah.
Cagney and Lacey.
It is
Clarice and Lecter.
fascinating.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's a big puzzle. I realized I took my cardigan off a little bit, my sheep's clothes, and now I look like I'm wearing a straight jacket.
There. Perfect.
Great transition.
We get a moment that is probably the most quoted and iconic part of this film, which is it puts the lotion on its skin. So Buffalo Bill lowers Lubriderm or whatever the hell, Aveeno, Jennifer Aniston's down there, down to
Her vitamin water. I mean, no, what does she do? Smart water.
Smart water. She's like, or she's doing the St. Jude commercials down there.
Oh, God.
She's like, I appreciate your confidence,
just
woman who's about to be murdered.
For just $1 a day, you can help this girl out of a well.
And the girl's like, I'm going to get out of here. And she's like, I love your confidence. But he goes, he's basically telling the kidnappee to put lotion on her skin. And, you know,
so
if she has no clue what's going on.
Something we kind of brushed over is that he is known for skinning his victims.
Right.
Like every picture that we've seen so far, their back skin is missing. And
we saw that in the autopsy.
Right.
Where
her back skin was missing in like
in a different
pattern, right?
Yeah.
Almost like a dressmaking pattern. And so he is solely targeting women in bigger bodies, starving them in this hole so that their skin gets a little bit loose, but also making sure they apply the lotion so that the skin stays moisturized and fresh. But she's like begging for her life down there.
Oh, she's begging for her life. And when he brings this is, to me, nastiest, scariest part of the movie, when he brings the lantern up that's in the basket, it passes by scratch marks in the wall, including a fingernail. And that's where she realizes that someone else has been down here. He's been doing this.
Yes. Also, one of the victims that they looked at was missing a fingernail.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ugh.
Yeah, pretty bad. You almost see him. It almost looks like he is going to break. Like when she's begging.
Yeah, there's a moment where he looks away and he's like...
And he looks like he's going to cry. But and he calls her it because he doesn't want to associate her with being a person.
Yeah. And when she's crying and then he goes... like
yeah.
some of his line readings, right, where he's like, well, she's a great big fat person. Like, it's just like... It's so well done.
His voice, the vocal choices in this movie are crazy.
Lecter's informed that the deal was never on the table.
Wait. Say that again in a second. I have a fun fact.
Fun it.
This is actually super weird.
Yeah.
During location scouting for the house that Buffalo Bill was going to be living in, they picked this house, and the actor, Ted Levine, came to realize this house was not only in the town where he grew up, but was next door to the house of his high school girlfriend.
That's crazy.
Isn't that insane? His ex-girlfriend was down there.
Uh-oh.
No.
You covet what you see.
Every day.
It's destiny.
Really weird.
No, his girlfriend's name was Destiny. And she worked at the local strip joint. Good for her.
She your aunt?
Aunt Karen, if you're listening to this, which you're not because you're too busy in an MLM scheme. Sorry.
You brought that on yourself.
Hannibal's informed that unfortunately the deal that Clarice was trying to make, that was all bullshit. And I guess it's true. You can bullshit a bullshitter because that's part of this.
Did Clarice know it was bullshit?
I don't know, because there's a moment earlier when she asks Crawford, she goes, if the end game was just for me to get info on Buffalo Bill, I wish I would have known. And he's like, if I would have told you that, he would have read it on you right away.
Right.
So we don't know if she knew it was bullshit. We do find out that Crawford made it up, that he had to, but we don't know if she knows that.
Until they lock him up they're going to transport him to talk to the senator.
Because there's also a piece of this, though, too, that you come to think that, Clarice doesn't really wish ill will on Lecter.
No.
And she doesn't fear him the way that other people do, right? So I don't know character-wise if she's aware that it was a lie or not. And if I'm going to guess no, only because I think she would have let it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, also, I feel like that's another piece of information they would have hid from her so that he didn't read it
off of her. Right.
Yeah.
So
the mean doctor's like,
he's like,
you're not going anywhere.
Lecter is going to be transported to Tennessee to talk to the senator.
Yeah.
So the senator's like, I want my daughter back. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. It's like if Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, I want to speak to Charles Manson. Like, what?
They probably would do it.
I mean, yeah, she's fucking batshit crazy. Now, we get a little glimpse where the doctor's playing with his pen, and then a few minutes later, guess what? The pen's missing.
The pen is gone.
The pen is gone. Where'd it go? It's up Hannibal Lecter's butthole. He's sick like that. Now,
is it sick or is it a pleasure center?
I don't know. I'm a virgin. Which means I die first.
That's right. Wait, no, it doesn't. It means, after you lose your virginity, you die immediately.
Yeah. That actually probably means I make it to the end.
Yeah. If you never lose your virginity, you're the final girl.
Boring. I want to be the girl that just takes her top off in the mirror and is like, boobs, and then gets killed.
Murdered. That's fair.
Now, Lecter is brought in like a fucking imprisoned hamster. He's got this mouth guard on and he's tied up, and to the little rolling cart they bring beer in.
They bring him out on a dolly.
Literally. They're like, Amazon package here. Can someone sign for this? And the senator's like, I will.
The doctor's like, I can't find my pen.
I'd sign for it, but my pen's missing. Hannibal tells the senator who he believes Buffalo Bill to be, right? Yeah. And he makes up some bullshit name, but he's like, I think that it's the lover of my former patient who in the past had expressed gender, dysmorphia. And he was like,
my client was afraid of him.
And my client was afraid of him. And he's like blonde hair, blue eyes, kind of tall. And then she's like, all right, thank you.
Oh my God, this gets so weird.
And then he asks, of course, he's just not, he's got to be weird. He can't just keep things chill.
Yeah, he's got to throw the vibe off.
He's like, Senator, did you breastfeed your daughter? And she's like, I did. Right. And her staff is like, don't answer that. And she's like, I did. And he goes, people who lose a limb say that they can feel like a phantom feeling. Do you think you're going to feel it on your nipples when your daughter's on the slab? And she's like, get this animal back to Maryland.
They're like, yo, son of a bitch.
So crazy. And then when she's walking away, he goes, and Senator. She turns around and goes, love your suit. Clarice goes back to visit Lecter on her own, right? She hasn't been told to go. She brings him his drawings back.
He's being held in a giant cage in this
instead of a gymnasium.
It looks like it looks like an old bank or something.
Or like the high school. Imagine
an empty museum.
It's just so weird.
Yeah.
And good thing we have this giant set of monkey bars to lock this person in.
Right. This WWE stunt set.
Mind you, he used to be behind plexiglass. Now he's inside of this wrestling match thing.
But he's got a beautiful desk
it's
and
lovely.
A whole nice setup.
They're playing classical music for him. Honestly, I would take that little vacation. Yeah.
Better than my apartment.
No mice in there. Clarice tells Lecter in this moment, right? She's like, he's like, why did you run away from your aunt and uncle's house? And she's like, I woke up in the morning, I heard screaming, right? I heard the screaming of these lambs. And she goes in the barn and the lambs are being slaughtered. And this moment, it's the title of the film.
Yes.
And we also get this insight into Clarice that is, she tries to save one of the lambs as a kid and can only make it a few miles before she's caught by, a sheriff officer and brings her back, and they kill the lamb and then they send her away to a nunnery. They send her away
That's crazy though.
Literally.
Like a little kid gets upset because she sees you, which is natural.
Yep.
See you slaughtering your lambs, and so you send her to an orphanage.
Literally, they're like, you're not going to impose on our business any longer. We need to slaughter lambs. We're making, what do they make from lambs?
Lamb chops.
That puppet?
Yes, it's right there.
Oh my God, it is.
Wait, go get it.
Wait.
Get a lamb. We have a lamb prop. Lamb chop, lamb prop.
The lambs were screaming.
Silence of the no, the silence of the lamb.
Hannibal Lecter's here.
Lambs are screaming. I can't believe this whole time
There's
lamb
been
chop
a
was right
lamb.
here. But also you use but you don't need to kill them to get their wool.
No, you just shave
You
them.
just shear them. But yeah, I guess they are selling them for meat, for their chops,
For their chops.
for all the Greeks like me.
Ooh, for a little euro. We also, yeah, it's like this insight that like, he says, have the lamb stop screaming, right? Because she's like, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I can hear like the screaming still. And so we realize why Clarice even wants to be in the FBI, why she's so driven, why she's so capable, is because like saving this person who's been kidnapped by Buffalo Bill.
She couldn't save her dad.
Nope.
She couldn't save the lambs.
Like she can do something, and
Yes.
it's like that will silence the guilt that she's had since
He
she was
asks her,
a kid.
He's like, if you pull Catherine Martin, blah, 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 do you think the lambs will be silent or
Mhm.
something?
And she's like, I don't know. This is all too much. My head hurts.
I don't know.
My shoes are too tight. He dives deeper into the Buffalo Bill
She's
for
like,
her.
but you have to tell me. You have to tell me who he is.
Quid pro quo. And he's like, what do you like? His first victim would be someone that he coveted, right? And he's
what
like,
do you covet? All right, fine. Take it back.
take your toys.
He's like,
But he's like, don't.
He's like, what do you covet?
What do you covet?
Or
And
first,
he's-
he's like, why would you? And she's like, sexual frustration, blah, blah, blah. No, because he covets it. What do you covet? And it's like, oh, the things you. He's like, no,
Right.
the things you see every day.
And then he says, well, don't you feel eyes on you? The entire movie, we've seen literally people's eyes on her
Constantly.
and eyes on us as the audience, right?
Yes.
Such a like little fucking good tidbit of this movie is that like, yeah, he's like, don't you feel eyes on you? It's like, yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sitting in this theater having eyes on me the whole time. Roger Ebert's behind me with a gun. So.
And a frosty. So the mean doctor comes in and is like, that's enough, like, blah, blah, blah. You get out of here. He's going to tell us what we need to know.
Pulls her away.
He hands her the case file. He's like, everything you need to know is in here.
Right. And they have this brief moment because they've never touched.
Oh, my God.
They have this brief moment where their fingers just
Hands her the file, and he
And they
goes
just
like this.
brush. Phone home. Be good.
Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. So, now we get Hannibal Unleashed.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Lecter goes apeshit and breaks out of the WWE prison.
This is so nuts.
Yes.
He takes the pen out of his butt,
Mm-hmm.
a piece of the pen out of the pen,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the guards are going to serve him dinner, his second dinner. Also, like, why are you giving him a second dinner?
He's hungry.
Yeah, but like, you don't get everything you want.
He's a growing boy.
And so they handcuff him to the bar so
Yep.
that they can go in there and give him the food.
Just turn the tray sideways and let the food fall off. I'm like, I'm not going in there.
Right.
I'd be like, you can stick your fingers through the bars and pull on the lamb chops or whatever the hell you got. I'm not going in there.
Oh, right. He asked for lamb rare.
He's crazy. But yes, he takes a piece of the pen.
It's crazy to me that they're like, yeah, he ordered off the menu, the rare lamb chop. Like, why are they
He passed over on the seafood crudité.
Why are they giving him whatever
whole
food
menu.
he wants?
He's looking at that shit like this. He's like, I guess I'll just have the lamb rare.
Does that come with chili flakes? Can we have those on the side?
Yeah, I have an allergy to onion. Is that in there?
And no gluten, please.
I'm gluten free. It's bad for your brain. So
He gets out of his handcuffs.
he gets out of his handcuffs, eats the guy's face. The guy falls over, bashes the other guy's head in with his nightstick, listening to classical music, and he's like,
La 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 la.
smash banana. Here's that other guard crawling away, and then
He grabs a pocket knife from the
and walks off
brained
camera.
cop and is like, well, time to do our business.
So the other police officers they hear gunshots, and so they all go upstairs, and they discover the one officer has been...
How the fuck did he do this by himself?
I don't know. This part, I'm
this
like...
is a little movie magic.
Yeah. Strung up like a superhero, and the other officer is laying there and is still alive. And the one guy bends over and he's like, he's still here, like, call an ambulance, right?
Right.
And they get in the elevator, and there's blood dripping from the ceiling, and they're like, oh my God, Lecter must be up here. So they rush out this other officer to the ambulance who's still alive, and they're all got their guns pointed at the ceiling of the elevator, and they open it up, and a body falls out. And it's not Hannibal Lecter.
But it's dressed in Hannibal Lecter's clothes.
But it's in Hannibal Lecter's clothes. Smash cut.
Smash cut into the ambulance.
Into the ambulance, where this officer, surprise, surprise, sits straight up in the bed and takes his face off.
Face off.
Because Hannibal Lecter is wearing the face of someone else.
Ooh, this was cuckoo.
You said face off earlier.
Yeah.
Literally,
this is how Face Off was made.
Face off.
Cut this man's face off, put it on his own face, and then kills everybody in the ambulance. He's a genius.
Yeah.
Kills everyone in the ambulance and some random bypasser.
Tourist.
And now is on the loose.
And we see Clarice, and this is a moment where, right, she's not afraid of him.
No,
she's like, he's not coming after me.
She goes, he would find it rude.
Rude. And her friend is like, what?
They're trying to figure it out.
Like minutes before, her friend had been running down the hallway to be like, oh my God, he's escaped. He's probably coming right here. And she's like, in a bathrobe, just, I don't know, did her cuticles. She's
No,
like,
not for me.
no, he's not coming for me, but we should figure out where Buffalo Bill is.
So they're like going over this binder of stuff, talking about covet.
Everything must have been in the file. The original first victim had been weighted down, but they didn't discover her until after, right?
Right. So she was like the last found, but the first.
But the first actual.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm going to go to her house.
So she realizes that this person must be somebody that he knew, right? And that's where he's from. That's where he lives.
In real life and in the movie.
So she goes to, it's in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yep. What's there? She goes to Ohio, and she goes to visit the first victim's house. She sees upstairs in the victim's house a sewing machine, opens a closet, and there's a dress pattern on the back of a dress, and she's like, oh my God.
It's the exact same cut of skin that was out of her back.
She realizes what's going on. She calls Crawford, and she's like, this guy is a dressmaker or a seamstress,
Seemed stressed.
Okay, seam person. And he is making a skin suit. He's making a suit from these women's skin. And Crawford's like, Clarice, I don't give a shit about all that. We know who he is, and we're on our way there. We got him.
Couldn't have done it without you. Bye.
And she's like, oh, well, Chicago's only 400 miles away. I'll be there. He's like, no. You go interview somebody else. Like, men got this. We get one of the best sequences in movie history to me, and probably other people too, if you got taste. All the men roll up to this house and ring the doorbell. They've got the fake flowers, right, pretending that it's a delivery. At the same time, we're seeing Buffalo Bill downstairs, and his doorbell's ringing.
First, what is he doing before his doorbell rings?
Go ahead.
So he is putting on makeup in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Two things are happening. He's putting on makeup in the mirror. We get the famous, would you fuck me? He's also wearing a woman's scalp and with her hair and like playing dress up and like making a music video in front of a camcorder, tucking his pee-pee in, all this stuff. Meanwhile, Catherine Martin is in the hole. He had given her some food, some leftover scraps or whatever. So she takes this chicken bone.
KFC.
Takes this basket of fried chicken.
Finger looking good.
Throws it up. This is actually brilliant on her part. Throws it up over the well with the bucket and lures his little dog down into the hole.
Yeah.
So he hears the dog barking. He runs in, and she's like, "I got your fucking dog, motherfucker! I'll kill this dog if you don't let me out." And he's like, "No!"
He's like, don't hurt my dog.
He reminds me of the guy, the voice, the guy in Men in Black, like who gets the first guy to get like his skin taken over by the bug alien, who's like, "Sugar, more sugar in my water." Like that's what he sounds like. But he's going crazy over the fact that she has his dog. She's going to hurt his dog. And then the buzzer is going off.
Yes. And so we think as the audience that the buzzer's going off because the FBI is upstairs.
Fun fact. The dance was not included in the original draft of the screenplay. But Ted Levine basically demanded that it was in there because it's in the novel and said that it's an essential part of defining his character. And that is like one of the most memorable, iconic scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, the buzzer goes off.
The buzzer goes off, and we're led to believe that they're actually upstairs ringing the buzzer because movie magic and editing, that's what you believe. And then he goes upstairs to open the door, and you think that the fucking police are going to burst through, but it's actually Clarice standing there. And she's like, "Hi, is so-and-so still living here?" And he's like, "Oh, no, she's not here."
I took over. I bought the house 2 years ago.
Yeah, she hasn't lived here in a while.
Because it was the first victim girl. She worked for a seamstress who lived there in that house.
Yeah. The police actually bust through into an open, empty house, and they're like, "There's nobody here." And Crawford's like, "Clarice."
She notices pretty early on, like, the house looks insane. Like,
well, it's just dirty.
It's dirty. He's kind of like a hoarder.
And she
it's
says...
a weird vibe in there.
She's asking him questions, and then he's like, does the FBI have any idea who this might be? Any, like, fingerprints or whatever? And she's like, "No, not really." And then a moth flutters onto the spools of thread. And that's when it clicks for her. And she's like, "May I use your telephone?" Again, she has no cell phone. She's by herself in the presence of this serial killer they've been looking for forever. And he's like,
"Yeah, you could use my phone.
It's in here." There's a gun on the stove where guns go in case the dinner gets up. So this insane chase sequence begins.
"Freeze, put your hands up." Blah, 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 blah. And then he just runs down into the basement. This is the most horrific when she has to like explore the basement.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So well done. She discovers Catherine in the bottom of the well.
Yeah.
Which she then tells her, she goes, "There's other people coming. I'll be right back." She's like, "Don't leave me here, you bitch."
Get me out of here.
Buffalo Bill kills the lights.
Well, first, no, you're skipping over all the gross stuff she finds.
Well, yeah, well, okay, go ahead. There's like a dead body rotting in a bathtub, which is the lady.
What the fuck? That was crazy.
Yeah.
She sees a literal, like, skin suit being made on a mannequin. She sees disintegrating goo body in a tub.
Yeah.
Ugh, that was horrible.
Yeah. It's a basement of horrors.
She sees all the moths. It's huge. It's like an underground.
So big?
Yeah. She sees all the moths that are being bred.
Mm-hmm.
And then this motherfucker kills the lights.
And he has night vision goggles, which in 1992 is state of the art.
Yeah.
He can see her. She can't see him. Just watching the movie years ago, I was like, "Oh, this is what's brilliant about the movie is the entire time we've been seeing her training." Yeah. And it's not implied. We literally see her, right? That they're like, "You're dead because you weren't paying attention over your shoulder."
You weren't checking the corners.
All of that comes back to her when she's literally in the dark, and she's like, right, and he's right behind her, and he goes to click. He
almost is like touching her hair and her face. She's incredible in this scene. The fear, the very real fear, which I would imagine they actually shot this in the dark. Because maybe. I don't know. Maybe they didn't, but I would be fucking scared too.
Super scared.
Even just shooting this, even if I was an actor in a scene and like doing this in pitch darkness, I would be so scared. She's trembling. She's shaking. She's got her gun drawn. He's like trying to stroke her shit. And then he pulls his gun out.
And he clicks that gun to shoot. And in a quick second, a flash, she turns around. She lays like 9 rounds in him.
She hears it. And she turns around, she gets him, and she also shoots a window, so there's light now in the space.
Yeah. He's dead on the floor.
Like
a little bug. He's like, ah! Clarice graduates from the academy. They have that amazing fucking cake.
Catherine Martin is rescued with the dog.
Who cares?
They're going to be trauma bonded for life.
Okay. She probably fucking took that dog and killed it afterwards. They're like, no, you're free. And she's like, I needed something to do. She graduates.
Start making dog suits.
She graduates from the academy.
Great cake.
Great. That cake is so cool. That shot of that cake, that big circular fucking FBI cake, I want a piece of that. I've always wanted a piece of that.
You're a baker.
I haven't baked in a long time.
Fun fact, Jackson's an amazing baker.
I am.
And then her like mentor guy. Well, first somebody's like, phone call for you.
Yeah.
Then her mentor guy comes up and
Crawford gives her a handshake and was like, your dad would have been really proud of you today. And we get the only real smile from her the entire time. She's like, thank you.
It's like, don't forget your phone call.
This is my one smile a year. Thank you. She goes to the phone. Guess who? It's Hannibal Lecter. And he's got bundles. He went and got his hair did.
Oh, yeah. He's got mad flow.
Oh, this shit is flayed out.
Calling from like the Bahamas.
He's like, tell me, Clarice, have the lamb stopped screaming?
She's like, sorry, I can't hear you over the steel drums.
Oh, well, why are they playing calypso music? He's like,
you'll never guess where I am.
I'm at Sandals Beach Resort.
Don't try to find me.
It's all inclusive, Clarice. You have to come. The alcohol's horrible.
The Chianti is flowing.
A lady in Crocs just yelled at me at the pool. So basically, he's like, I'm not going to come back. Like, I'm not going to come after you. The world is more interesting with you in it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. He's
really
the only one that really sees her.
Respects her.
Truly. And he goes, well, don't worry. I'm having an old friend for dinner. The guy who used to run the place where he was locked up. He's there.
Gets off a plane.
Yeah. What is he doing there?
No idea.
Opening up some sort of detention facility.
In the Bahamas.
Disgusting. And that's the silence of the lambs.
That's the silence of the mother effing lambs. Right in summated.
This movie, to me, is iconic. It's prolific. I don't know. Award seasons are as they are. I used to hold more validity to them. The awards are reluctant, and in recent years, we've gotten a little bit more with The Substance last year getting award recognition. But this is a genre movie that received critical acclaim, right?
Yeah.
And won the 2 highest acting noms. It got the director. He won for this as well. And so it's cool to see horror and genre like this taken seriously.
Yeah.
There is a conversation around this movie, around Buffalo Bill, about trans people.
There was a big upset around that afterwards, for sure.
There's, I said this to you beforehand, but there's a documentary on Netflix that opened my eyes to this, that like painting nefarious characters as gender confused implies that people who explore their gender identity might have confusion or some sort of ulterior motives.
Or psychological damage or are going to eat you.
So there's something in rewatching that with that in mind, there are moments, where Clarice says, like, that's not how trans folks really, they're not violent and all this, right? And is that character actually transgendered? No.
Right.
They're a very confused person from years of abuse. Do I think that the story even needs the trans thing? No, I don't.
No,
I think it would have been just as creepy and whatever if the man was just making a skin suit.
Truly.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
But that's looking at it with today's eyes. I'm not someone who believes in throwing something away just because there's something a little more complex about it.
Yeah.
To me, this movie is and will always be 10 out of 10.
You're the guy in Love Actually with the sign that says, to me, you are perfect.
Literally.
Holding it up to Anthony Hopkins.
God, Jodie Foster's so good in this. They're also good. 10 out of 10 cheap shoes.
Okay. So there are 2 sides to me when it comes to this film.
Yeah.
Because I had a very complex reaction to this last night, in all honesty. I was really upset afterwards. Like, I had to cry. I had to have a cry because I can recognize as a human being and as an actor or whatever that this is a brilliantly made film and the performances are incredible. I have a hard time watching, and granted, things weren't quite as bad when this movie was made, but I'm somebody who is like deeply upset by the fact, sort of like this is going to be very controversial and sorry, but the rise of true crime obsession and making entertainment out of the hunting and slaughtering of women is really disturbing to me.
Yeah.
It's really sad. And so, granted, it's the truth. It's not like these things don't happen, and it's not like this movie was like, we invented the concept. You know what I mean? But I just get really sad.
Yeah.
And I get really anxious about the fact that today, with even, we're basically watching Silence of the Lambs, but in documentary style all the time.
Yeah.
We're normalizing and desensitizing and, again, like glamorizing people in general being murdered. But this movie, however, though, was acted brilliantly. It was directed brilliantly. And I do think having a male director so accurately portray sort of the experience of what it is to be a woman in this type of situation, I very much appreciate and respect. All of that being said, it is hard for me to go like, am I rating this based on how I feel like the film was made, or am I rating it based on how much I enjoyed it?
Sure.
But for those reasons, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 gooey bathtub bodies.
No, I understand what you're saying, like, fully, and I think there's a conversation around true crime entertainment, and there's a lot of people that enjoy watching true crime. I don't know if that's necessarily because they're sick and sadistic. I think a lot of people have anxiety around being a woman.
For sure.
Right?
It almost feels like you have more control if
Sure.
you're like fully aware of the picture.
And sometimes maybe highly aware in a way
Yes.
that doesn't feel
Now
better.
you're like overly prepared to be murdered because
Or-
you know everything about every murder.
Yeah.
For sure, without a doubt. And this movie, I don't feel like is glamorizing it in any way or trying to make that entertaining. I do feel like it is showing a strong woman protagonist seeking justice for something that is a very real occurrence.
Yeah.
This movie could have been, it has its moments, but it could have been way more gruesome. It's not celebrating the violence, or, it's not showing, we don't see anyone get killed. I mean, besides the villain.
Well, the guards.
Okay, you're right. That's the only one.
We don't see
but they're men in authority.
Well, and truly, like, we don't see, to your point, we actually
don't see it fully.
any of the women being killed.
We don't see the women being killed.
They're kidnapped, and
Right. Even when he's bludgeoning that guy in the head, we don't actually see it.
No, I've seen action movies with more actual like gore and violence.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in my mind, that's why this is a good film, because it's speaking truth to a reality, but it's not luxuriating in the disgusting, you know what I mean? It's not fixating on this is why it's thrilling, because you get to see him peel the skin off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It almost in that way handles it like as professionally as like the FBI through her perspective of this is the job.
Yeah. There's a fine line between exploitative entertainment and entertainment's the wrong word then. Like exploitative entertainment and then and something that you watch and something that gives validity that there's actual like suffering.
Art
right?
that imitates life.
Yeah.
In a real way that again is not just like, but what if we did this for kicks?
Yeah. There's also like, the deeper conversation, but there's true crime and things that like make the killer the focal point, right?
Yes.
When in all reality, the victims of people who have been killed by someone.
Right. I'm like, why are we glamorizing Ted Bundy by casting Zac Efron?
Yes.
Like,
no, truly.
That's
is
hard.
And then people like Zaddy, like that is a man who murdered
you can
women.
Kidnap me, and it's like, see, this is why this is messed up.
Yeah.
This is why this is not good for our culture.
There was a documentary series based on a book a few years ago called The Last Call Killer, and it was about this guy here in Manhattan in the 80s who killed gay men at last call. He would like, but that case in and of itself during the 80s was never taken seriously because they believed that gay men were asking for it by going home with a stranger. So looking at it, and it didn't focus on the guy who's the killer really at all.
Right.
It focused on these men whose lives were cut short, right? So it's like, I fully understand what you're saying about it being like entertainment about people dying is strange.
But you're right. Like there are, like you said, action movies and things where like
Sure.
the gore, or just like torture porn type movies,
Yuck.
Saw or
Hostel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hostel. We'll never forget that first 5 minutes of that film. That's all I've watched, and that's all I needed to watch. Where, yes, it is like, it's milking it. The torture and murder of human beings.
Yeah.
And that really bothers me. But I'm glad we talked it out, because now, again, like, this is not that. It's not making entertainment of the murder.
Yeah.
It's making art on the psychology behind.
But unfortunately, to your point, you and I have a mind that can see it that way. A lot of people will just idolize, like,
right.
Probably not idolizing Buffalo Bill, but at the end of the day, Lecter is a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's so cool and all this. It's like, no.
He's going to eat your face.
He's going to eat your face. And he's going to kill people. So.
This was a good discussion.
It was.
See, we can do bits, and we can have... Sorry, Drew, can you just hit that one last time? As we say goodbye.
Forever.
See, we can do bits, and we can have meaningful discussions about art.
I think something was solved here today.
I think so, too.
The world feels different.
A deep wound in me, for sure.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for joining us all. Thank you for being open to using your brains and using your mouth to laugh at all the stupid shit that we say. Please follow, subscribe, share with your friends, share on social media. We want more people to be open to hearing these meaningful conversations, and also having a laugh to get through the day. Any parting words from you, my dear?
No. I can't think of anything.
Great. Well then, bye.
Goodbye.